expect that counties will do such work. But if you see that description that is there in the schedule, Honorable Speaker, I think we are going to have challenges going forward. Now, other than that, Honorable Speaker, I can see that there is a provision that has been woven in there that requires that the national, what is it called, the Kenya Roads Board, can only send funds to counties for roads once the counties open a special purpose account with the CBK. We will have issues here as the Senate because we don't want our counties to be micromanaged. Allow counties to be able to manage functions that have been given to them without the micromanagement from the national government. Now, a few positives, Honorable Speaker. Under clause 47(3)(b), you will see that they are providing for something that we as a country have struggled with for a very long time, that all parts of the country must have reasonable access to a national trunk road or a county road. This is the equity that we've been looking for, especially under the Equalization Fund, that there are counties that are so far away from national trunk roads that it is impossible to access some of those counties. We want development to be equitable in this country because every one of us pays taxes and we deserve those roads in our areas. Under 47A, they have provided for the functions of the county governments, where it says each county shall maintain, rehabilitate, develop, and develop county roads. The only problem I have is my earlier submission, Honorable Speaker, that they have actually narrowed the definition of the roads that should fall under county governments, and I believe it is an affront on devolution that we should resist. Then the management of road reserves and access to roadside development. Speaker, I have a background in outdoor advertising. My first meaningful job was as a legal affairs manager of a company that does billboards. And Honorable Speaker, I get into a lot of problems with those people who shout kazi ni kazi, because my experience is that kazi si kazi. There is kazi that can actually change your life, transform your entire village. And that is the first job that I'm referring to that was meaningful. Honorable Speaker, we used to have a lot of fights with the Kenya Urban Roads Authority and even Kura, not Kura, Kera and the others, and Kenha, because we were of the view that advertising and control of advertising, under the fourth schedule of the Constitution, again, Honorable Speaker, is a county function. And our argument was that national government institutions should have no role to play in licensing of roadside or road reserve developments, what they call road furniture. But to our dismay, those national government entities were very rabid in terms of saying, no, the road reserves belong to us. So I am happy, although they have reduced the definition, again, of the roads that fall under counties, that it is clear that management of road reserves, access, and to roadside developments under 47A has been made clear that it is a functional responsibility of the county governments. And then under 47AC, management of traffic. Management of traffic on county roads has been specifically isolated as a county function, Honorable Speaker, so that we have we should have the capacity as the Nairobi County government, for instance, to manage traffic on our roads without interference from the national police. Honorable Speaker, under 47B, it is something that also I support on signage on our roads, that every road should have signage showing the classification of the road and which government level is responsible for its maintenance, rehabilitation, and development. This will solve that problem that I referenced, Honorable Speaker, that there are roads like Ndoto Road in Lavington, where there is a tag as to who is responsible for maintenance and rehabilitation of that road. It's in the Speaker poll state. And then my favorite, Honorable Speaker, under 47B, which I'm sure some of my friends in the county assemblies will not like, and the governors, that no person will be allowed to put signage on our roads with their name or image. Because you have seen, and I'm sure members who drive around Nairobi and even in the other counties, you will see that every road, whenever there is maintenance of the road or it's being upgraded, you will see the face of the governor there, and then the face of the MCA there, saying they are the ones responsible for the good state of the road. We have, yes, now this is a specific amendment that is in the roads amendment bill. Speaker, we have had this conversation many times. We want Kenyans to understand that we as taxpayers deserve these things. They are not favors. They are not favors, and any person can build a road. I hear people pontificating saying, oh, I am the one who's building the road from here to there, so you should elect me or re-elect me or give me a second term. We are saying any person with authority or in authority and collecting our taxes has the ability to build roads. A dictator will build roads. A Democrat will build roads. If you go to this, some of these countries that have dictatorships, they have built fantastic roads, Honorable Speaker. So that is not an argument for re-election. Any person can build you a stadium. It is not a favor. Moi built us 2 fantastic stadia that we use up to today. For the All Africa Games, we go to Kasarani. We have Nyayo Stadium there. But if you ask any person in this country whether we want to go back to the life that we used to live under Moi, where people were not free to debate issues the way we debate today, where we did not have freedom of expression, where you could be arrested and jailed without trial, Kenyans will tell you we don't want that. So that Talanta Stadium, which we are insisting on calling Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium on Ngong Road, is not the reason why you tell us you want a second term. We want to deal with the software of this country. Any person can build a road. So, Honorable Speaker, I'm very happy with this particular provision on removal of images of leaders claiming that this is my work. In fact, I have made the point in this House that my favorite road sign is those ones that Kenha used to put. They were green. I don't see them anymore. That said, your money, the road maintenance levy funds have been used to improve the situation of this road or the state of this road. Those are the only signages we want to see. We want to see a sign on Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium on Ngong Road that it is your money, not William Ruto, that has built this stadium. It is our money. And nobody should try and tell us any other stories there. So, Honorable Speaker, with those many remarks, I forgot the final bit there, is that the law has provided for a fine for anybody who violates that provision on images. So if you put your face on that stadium and you say you are the one who has built it, we jail you for 2 years. Eh? Speaker, I'm being heckled, and I don't know if it's a point of order. We are saying the provision in the bill is that if you violate this particular law that says you cannot put your face on the road to say that this is the person who has built this road, we will jail you for 2 years or a fine of 1 million. The face of Raila Odinga, of course, is allowed on a stadium that is named after him. He's not saying that he's the one who built it. So, Speaker, with those many remarks, I would support the bill, but when we come to the Committee of the Whole, we will be proposing that we remain true to the spirit of the Constitution by deleting these provisions that reference roads that our Constitution does not recognize, these security roads,